All right, welcome to week 5, Planechase League. We have a little bonus extra feature match pre-game show here with Johnny against myself. So we did this as a feature match in the Dominaria United League. We do this basically every league that both of us play in. We are the first to fight each other once one of us gets to 10 losses, in which case it's me who's there. And looking at this hand, a lot needs to go right. Well, a little bit too much needs to go right here. So I'm just gonna hope for a better hand here, and this looks plenty good enough to me. Guess it's just a Cosmos Elixir. This card has been really good for me, but what can you do? He did say hello, so I'll return the favor there. Yeah, so basically, as I was saying, me and Johnny, every time one of us gets to 10 losses, the other one challenges them to a match. So Johnny's emoting nice here, since he is quite the fan of the Evolving Wilds, one of his favorite cards to play in Limited. Yeah, so my deck is basically a blue-black deck. I have 4 red cards I'm splashing for, and I've actually been doing pretty well with this iteration of the deck. I've been pretty happy with it so far. I had a decent pool to start with. I stumbled a little bit in the early weeks. Strixhaven week, a couple losses into Strixhaven week, I had some really good opens, and since then it's been on the upswing. Started off this week with 3 wins and then took a loss, and now we're here. Yeah, so this has been an interesting league overall, I would say. I do want to just shout out quickly Chris York, who sort of convinced me to play this league. I was planning to sit it out. Just I sat out one league last year. I was just planning to take a break for a league, and he's like, "This one, play. It's gonna be great." Yeah, so it looks like he's got some version of Esper here. I know he played in a feature match quite a few weeks ago and was playing a blue Esper as well, but decks change in that time. And I could play Liliana plus it, discard my Narfi, but it's a long way from coming back. Probably just play this. I'm going to discard the Narfi anyway. Yeah, so as much as I think I was wanting a deck restriction plane sooner, I actually kind of hit my stride with a deck I was really happy with right before we went to Eldraine, though I did do okay that week, just didn't. I'm now getting to play this deck again, which I do like. The play here is just Skull Raid. I can hold up my Disdainful Stroke here. Okay, so Supreme Will and land. No need to attack here. Now I can potentially kill a Soaring Drake with Liliana. This has ward, so can't kill that. Oh, that's cool. That's a good card. I'm going to counter that one. It's a little too good here. So it's got a land. Alright, so could probably start attacking with this 3/5 next turn. I think I would, if I could get a perfect draw next turn, I'd just draw a swamp so I could play both of these and then plus it, make him discard a card. I think. Yeah, so starting in Strixhaven week, I ended up having access to, I got a 3rd Planeswalker and a Demonic Tutor, so deck has been pretty interesting since then. So if I plus the Liliana, then he has 1 removal, Liliana dies. If I minus it, same deal. Just drew 4 cards, which, by the way, very jealous. Yeah, casting a 2/2 is not good, so I am definitely casting this. It's just I have to decide what I want to do with it. And if he, yeah, I figure it's going to die, but at least if I can take something down with it. Yeah, if he removes this, I lose the Liliana, but hopefully it will take most of his turn. Yeah, I don't love the I don't love that he gets to draw 4 cards there and reload. And I guess with more cards in hand than me, the +1 hurts him less. So I don't know too much about what's in his deck. I haven't seen him stream a match in a while, so don't know all what's what the possibilities are for his deck here. But I know that he plays very tight, so me counting on him making a mistake somewhere, that's not going to work. Yeah, just as I said, that he is thinking about what to do here. 6 cards in hand. Anybody that's watching his stream can probably see that he has more than one option here. Yeah, so this week in the Ikoria plane, I've kind of I haven't noticed that much of a difference. I think it was actually Johnny who sort of mentioned, well, I sort of took the cards I was splashing before Eldraine, and then I took some of the cards that I had to play because of Eldraine, and I sort of mashed them together to make a deck. And I don't think that's too far off. I know last week I was playing my mostly black deck with a few blue cards. Right, so he's gonna just offer the trade here, unless he has a trick of some kind, but I'll take him up on that, I suppose. Right, so now he's just drawing a card, or scrying 2, drawing a card. That's kind of, unless he has a bunch of lands. I'm sure there was maybe something a little better he could have done, but I don't know. Okay, Blood Chief's Thirst. Alright, so we can plus this. Don't really care about this. And I guess it's a 2/2 for 4. So I do have, I think it's 15 or so Snowlands in the deck. So I think this is actually the first time I've had this and not actually had 2 Snowlands to pump it. But yeah, this card actually, I mean, you know, it benefited from the Kaldheim stipulation, because in Kaldheim Limited you needed so many Snowlands in order for this to be playable. And here we were just fronted all the Snowlands, so this actually became good. So a lot of the cards that needed ridiculous amounts of Snowlands actually became quite good because we just had them already. Same with Ascendant Spirit, which is another card in my deck that has been a big performer, though not something I want to draw here. All right, Island. All right, so I think I'm just going to kill this off, and then I don't have to discard a card. Yes. Okay, so if I attack, I think I will just attack here. Yeah, if he has a removal, I guess he kills Liliana because this has prowess. But I feel like Liliana kind of did its job here. Killed a creature, got a few cards out of our hands. Right, so once again, I'm sure he's carefully figuring out what he wants to do here. Right, so bounce that. Okay, so he just wants to get the Liliana off the board. Makes sense. Can live with that. Get to attack in for 2, hopefully, and then replay this. Okay, Steel Overseer. So that... Okay, that's a pretty good answer to that one. I was going to say it might be a problem in a few turns, but I'm pretty happy just getting rid of that here. And if I draw another Snowland, it's starting to get into the range where the Wormhole Serpent, targeting itself and a 4/4 Hailstorm is going to end the game pretty quick. Like I said, I do have about 14 or 15. That's a 4/4 lifelink, which you can, if you can swap the power and your life total, yes. Alright, so lifelink's annoying here, and hard to kill as well. Okay, Coil Bug, not really what I'm looking for here. I would have to double block this, because he can pump it up to 13 power. Okay, so play a Coil Bug here. And I think I just do attack here, and I'll probably have to block his 4/4 with both my creatures if that comes up. This game's kind of an outlier as far as oh, that's interesting. Yes, outlier is just not having the Snowlands. It's almost never been a problem here. So if he attacks, he's going to get a 2/2 version of it, but they'll still get the ability. Yeah, it's kind of problematic, I guess. I guess the 2/2 version still just sort of trades with the Coil Bug here. His card didn't see too much play, but I mean the effect is good. Can't say it's bad. Well, there's a Snowland. And he can then gain 15. Yeah, I think I just have to. Oh, Arena, and almost got me there, Auto Tapper. Almost. I guess I can't really not attack with this. This is another card didn't see too much play, but when it actually does its thing, it's when you have a couple other legends in play, this can be really impactful. So I think these cool cards that we didn't really get to see them perform to their max ever in Limited, getting some spotlight here. If he does have a removal, I'll be almost dead, actually. So he's just attacking with that. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Looks like this Coil Bug might be holding off the onslaught here. And there's his own Narfi that actually... Oh, that's a zombie. That's a zombie. That's a zombie. Okay. And he does actually have the requisite Snowlands here. And a 2/2 flyer. Yeah, that's not great. Alright. This has gotten dicey all of a sudden here. If this dies, he gets a token of it. Pretty good draws here, I will say. The last few turns have been very impactful. My draws, not as much, but I do have a third Snowland, but I think it might be too little, too late, perhaps. My board doesn't look that good facing down his. So, yeah, play here, put Narfi in play. This has to trade with this. Just attacking with that. Not attacking. Yeah, this will get pumped +1/+1 when with this in play. an all-out attack can't go too wrong. He has basically perfect information. I don't have any cards in hand. Let's see if he attacks with the other ones. This game sort of turned. It was looking like pretty even, and then he just drew some heavy hitters here. Okay, yeah, so he did what I was suspecting would occur. This has a flicked, so I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so block this, block this. He's gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. If this card is actually a removal for Narfi or something, then that's more or less game. Though this already isn't looking too hot for me here. There's another creature. Jeez. Okay. Well, drawing creatures is better than drawing lands when when you're late in the game. Yeah, looks like I cannot block in such a way that I do not die. Or actually, I guess I could, but wouldn't be too good. Don't think I had much of anything to get me out of that. So, sorry for the lag here. As I could tell if he was... I'm going to go back and look once I get the chance, but if he was like firmly 3 colors or just splashing something, looks blue-white. I mean, the black is the so-called splash, I guess. I don't have too much that I would want to sideboard. I actually had a few cards I was siding in and out. And then in the last pack, I just sort of... My last pack, which was Ikoria, I just sort of got a few little solid cards that kind of plugged the last few spots of like the cards I really, really was not happy playing. Guess I could look over here. I did not see any artifacts I need to kill. I have sided this in since I'm not really an artifact interacting color. I have sided Ravenform in. Not great. Not a great card. If he's trying to play flyers, I mean, this is something I could put in. This was actually main deck for a while. But once I realized my deck was maybe slightly more controlling, this is not a good card for that type of strategy. But it might be good against... Might be useful against what he looks to be doing here. Lots of flyers here. Just 2 in play. He played about 2 or 3 others. I mean, it doesn't block Cloud Reader, but Waterfowl, Soaring Drake. Yeah, that's probably enough to bring that in. Probably just enough. Yeah, like I said, I was running it main deck, but I just really wasn't very happy with it. Bladed Bat could also be a thought, but against doesn't really trade the way I want it to. This Pledge Minions doesn't look too good. Didn't look like he was playing too many small little ground creatures. I guess he has that Ratadrabic it would trade with. Yeah, it could just be this. I think this is going to be slightly better. I always feel like I'm not sideboarding enough. Like, I watch so many other players play, especially during feature matches, and once I get to sideboarding, it's like they're instantly bringing in cards, taking out cards, and I just I can't seem to get in the place where I'm able to identify that many cards that quickly to take in and out here. All right, well, we'll play first. Hopefully no mulligans this time. This looks pretty passable here. Yeah. So decent hand here to draw interactive spell, some card draw. Could just play this 2/2 here. Yeah, it's close between that and the commons. Spellweaver, sure. I mean, I'm attacking, so. Okay. Yeah, so I'll attack here. It's going to take the trade. And just draw 2. Play the Glimmer Bell. Definitely don't think I want to hold this up. I can do that next turn with commons. And this could be more of a late game card. I think this is fine. Like this can be played later in the game, not on the crucial early turns. Okay, so that's a 3/2. It's not really what I was hoping to see. Well, I will attack. I think between leaving up Make Disappear and foretelling this, I'm definitely going to try and counter his turn 4 play here. I do like myself a Phyrexian Rager, but can't allow that to resolve here. Yeah, if I draw an untapped land, I get to play a 5/5, which is pretty good. Otherwise, okay, Witching Well, sure. Oh, yeah, unless I get a blocker, definitely. And it looks like I'm probably taking 3 from this guy. Not sure if I want to spend a Demon Bolt on it yet. Which I can cast now, thanks to the Archway Commons. Yeah, so if Johnny eliminates me today, that'll be the I'll bring it to 8-7 in my favor. It's right now 8-6, and this will be the 5th time he's eliminated me versus 7 eliminations on my side. Somehow I've maintained the advantage in this series pretty much throughout the whole time. Yeah, that is perfectly fine. And now I can foretell this Demon Bolt. And unless he plays something pre-combat that changes my mind, I think I will allow this attack and then Demon Bolt this, or if he plays something better, I'll hit that. I think that's the plan here. I'm at 19, so. And I do have the Adamant now with this for 3 black. So I do need to find something here that's going to put pressure. I mean, the 5/5 hopefully can stick, but, I'm assuming he's like holding at least a removal, which, this would probably draw that out. So let's see what he's deciding to do. It looks like he's highlighting the Wishing Well. Maybe he needs a land. I guess that would indicate to me that he's low on lands, I suppose. That would be. Yeah, and he did not get a land here. So I think I'm just going to keep holding the Demon Bolt. I'm playing a 5/5 this turn, so. And as it turns out, I drew a land, so I can do both if I need to. I'll even gain me a little life here. Yeah, strangely enough, I was so happy when I got one of these because like I've been base black the entire league, and this is my only black creature that's more than 4 mana that I even have access to. It's not like I have 5 and 6 drops in black that are bad that I'm not playing. Like before that, my highest creature was 4 mana in black. So I was almost like joyful when I saw this guy. I said, "Wow, I actually have a good creature." And with blue, I have a few high drops, but yeah, black has been my base color since the beginning. I've had a couple of I had a couple of other iterations before I settled on this build, but I've always been black the entire time. I had a bunch of black rares in my starting pool. Black was the deepest of my colors, even at uncommon and common when it came to removals. I think this is annoying enough that I want to get rid of that. Lets me attack with my 5/5 here while he's still missing his lands. That's going to be a good one. Yeah, so I'm one land away from doing this one. This one's very good. So I'll draw my 2 this turn. Get a little food token. Gain a life even. There's the land. And can get in here. Yeah, so this scholar hopefully will put this over the top here. The thing is, when somebody's mana screwed, like I'm looking at his hand, he has six spells, and probably most of them are good and impactful. So, I have to try and at least, like, I would have loved to play a creature this turn, but it was fine that it ended up like this. So he gets to attack because of the vigilance. I mean, I can untap this, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah. So let's see what he decides to do here. Okay, so he did get a land this for turn. Presumably it's going to be a high quality creature or a removal of some kind. Yeah, I would call that high quality enough. Oh, soldier, not a party member, so still gains 2 life here, so pretty good. There's the Ascendant Spirit. It's going to be a nice one. I can attack with my 5/5, trade it off for the 3/4. That's probably what I want to do. Get back Demon Bolt and card draw here. Alternatively, I could Ascendant Spirit and Skull Raid, but I don't think that's what I want to do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So I'm doing this because I can't block the 3/4 flyer. So if I'm trading this for it, then that's fine. Okay. So I'm just going to take the 5. So notably here, I don't want to trade with this just yet because I want to Demon Bolt this probably. And if this dies, it puts a counter on something, so I would not be able to Demon Bolt this if I trade it off here. So if he does attack both, I will take it here. Okay, cycling is draw 4. Yeah, he already has 5 spells in hand. All right, so he drew a land here. Yeah, Skull Raid was not one of the cards I really would want to draw in this situation. Like he already has a bunch of spells that he can't reliably cast. So this is like at its worst here. Yeah. Okay, so he's not attacking with the flyer. I guess he's intending to block. But I mean, I do have this as an open-faced trick right now. Okay, 3/1. Okay. So I can deadweight this and then bolt whatever he tries to put the counter on that. I don't care that much about the 3/1 flyer. I have it blocked off here. I could also play Ascendant Spirit. Okay, he's targeting that. Yeah, that's fine. I think I can Demon Bolt this and attack both. Or if I attack all, I could. This does hit any. I could target him with that too. So block that. He can eat that. He has to block one of these. Oh, okay. So I think this is gonna work out nicely. Yeah, so he has to block. Actually, in order to not die to the foreboding, he has to jump here. Yeah, extra text here. Are you sure? Yes. Yeah, so, classic tale, didn't hit his fifth land, and most of the things in his hand were probably expensive or 4 drops. So, I was able to develop my mana, and for most of the game, I wasn't doing anything too special. The Scholar of the Ages was pretty good at making sure I could finish out the game, but that along with the 5/5 were very helpful. I don't think I saw anything new this game that indicates that I want to change cards, change more things. Black is looking less of a splash here and just more of a straight up 3 colors. These cards are, I suppose, splashable when you have 80 cards, and like these are the last few cards that you put in. They are really high quality. Not cards that would come to mind instantly as cards I'd be splashing, but very, very strong spells. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the next game. It's all come down to this. I think last time it came down to a third game as well. Maybe some people were around when we played in Brothers War League. We actually did a back-to-back. So I was on the verge of death, and we played at Friday, 4 p.m., right before the week turnover. And then I won to stay alive, and then he was at 10 losses. So we played immediately right after the week turned over, and we played another match right away. And if anybody remembers that, there was an hour-long game that we played there right after we played for almost an hour. There was an hour-long game to start that match. It was a Golgari mirror where once all the dust had settled and all the removal had been used and all the mana had been played and everybody had millions of power stones, there was 2 Argothian sprites left standing on my side and I had to think about 20 mana to pump into putting counters on them after. And I won just the turn before he was going to mill me to death with Binding of the Titans, which was a saga from Theros where both people mill 3. So very, very memorable games we end up having a lot of the time, that one particularly so. And then I think I won the next game quickly. But yeah, that game was one for the ages. So yeah, interesting hand here. Honestly, with the with this guy kind of here, I've done it before. I could see tutoring for a land. It's not inconceivable that I demonic tutor for a source of red here. Maybe not now that I'm just only drawing lands. I might want to just get a more impactful spell, but I have definitely demonic tutored for Xander's Lounge before. Not too proud to do it. I think offering the trade is okay here. He doesn't have a blue mana yet, so I am going to clock that. I will attack here. Okay, just going to take it, play my imp, and pass. Yeah, would have liked to draw some spells here in the intervening turns of this game. Yeah, so considering the amount of flyers he has, I think I'm just going to take the 2 here. I don't think I'm blocking. Okay, there's the island. Okay, waterfall. Yeah, that, you know, facing off against my imp, I'm, you know, it's a card I'm okay with seeing. All right, well, this tutoring for a red source is becoming a lot more appealing here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, sometimes you gotta just do things. Sometimes you got a demonic tutor for land. I mean, I've played this card a lot in Commander, and I'm just turn 2, get your land. Like, I'm not gonna make it fancy. I think my only untapped red source is the basic mountain. Yeah, so people can call me out after on this, but I was already considering it with this in hand, but after drawing this, I think it's like, pretty much a no-brainer. So I'll attack here. I will definitely block the aerialist. So there's an argument to just not foretell this here, but if I draw a spell next turn and then can cast Demon Bolt and the spell, that's pretty good. Like, I could leave, if he has a pump for this, like, I saw him use Guiding Voice, or I think that's what it was called in the first game. I'll be taking 6 here, which is not exactly where I want to be, but that's a pretty small corner case here. You could also just straight up remove the imp, which I think I'm okay about. Wow, okay, Avalanche Collar. That thing is taking a Demon Bolt next turn and dying a horrible death. I think. Yeah, this is another card. This card was already good in call time. It's arguably even better now. All right, so he does get to attack me for 6 here, which I was afraid of getting attacked for 6. I just didn't think it was going to be that 6. Okay, drawing a Mistwalker here is actually very nice. Yes, this is how I want to do it. Yeah, so I'm going to Demon Bolt this. Yeah, so hopefully I draw a nice spell next turn. Definitely don't want to land. I can attack with this. And I have some pretty good defense set up here, I think, between a Mistwalker and a Fetid Imp. Yeah, I really like this card, except in the Call Time Open a few weeks ago, where on day 2 I had a red-white, very, very aggro deck with, I think, 3 copies of the Battlefield Raptor, and all my opponents were just running these, and then just waiting till they cast their Lindworm, and casting another Lindworm, then copying it with their land, and then copying it with Morit, and yeah, this kind of ruined my day on day 2 of that Arena Open. This Mistwalker just kept cursing it every time it showed up here. Okay. So he's sort of off. I mean, this is sort of like a bounce. I could trade off with this. If I block with this and then he has like a Dead Weight or some other card, or even, I don't know how many of them are walking around, but those black creatures that kill something that's been dealt damage, it's too much of a price to pay, I think. Without having mana up to turn this into a 2/3. I could also just take it. I do still want this in play. Maybe I should probably stop attacking now with my bug and trade it off with the Rager. Maybe that would have been better. Yeah, I guess I didn't really think, what if he attacks with that? Okay, that's a 3/4. Okay. I'm glad I didn't trade off the imp. That's a horror, that's a wizard. Okay. Oh, pretty good. Gain 4. Very nice. Yeah, I don't think Phyrexian Rager is looking to join any party. I think he's looking to consume the entire party himself, as the Phyrexians do. Skull Raid. I guess I'm casting Mind Rot this turn. And then passing back to him and hoping that this guy does the trick. He often does, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, this is my only play this turn. And then I'm just going to pass. Yeah, again, I might have wanted something that affected the board, removal maybe even, but this will do. Okay, so a 1/2 flyer and was it planes? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so no attacks here. I will be doing some blocking here. Yeah, obviously I'd prefer to have this come down and plus it. I I prefer not to minus it right away because it's more susceptible to die. At 9 loyalty, it's like pretty much not going to ever die to attacks on the next turn, or even 8 loyalty. But at 3 loyalty, it could, a removal spell, base could often lead it to that. Okay, so no attacks. All right, does he have a counter spell here? That is the question. Oh, that's a good one, but there's not that many counters. I didn't see him play them before. I'm just gonna do this. Well, it's not in my graveyard, having been countered yet. Or maybe it will be. Okay. But isn't Bolas the one with the Supreme Will? I thought Bolas was the one with Supreme Will. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm not sure why there was a pause there. I think I would have thrown that onto the stack in less than a second. Bind the monster. Okay, that's annoying. I do have to do something about this. But I mean, I have this with the death touch, so okay, bake into a pie. That's good. Unfortunately, this one has the wording of I can't actually target my own creature. I can target this. I guess this does have attacks after I kill this. Okay. Don't want to take another 3 from this. Might want to bake into a pie, but I do have the death touch. But if he gets rid of this, then I'm in quite a bit of trouble. I mean, this will gain me life, so it's not disaster. I will pay that way, yes. Attack for 2. I don't think I need to. I'm at 7. Yeah, I'll just do it like this. This is getting down to it. I mean, I'm at 7. He has more cards than me. He might be limited for what he could play based on the lands he has in play. But he's still got... Okay, looks like he might be targeting Fetid Imp or something. That's not great. Will mean I have to use this, and then there'll still be another flyer here later. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not going to say it was a mistake to cast this. It definitely wasn't. If it gets countered, it gets countered. I'd kind of been building up the game to be able to resolve that. So, I feel okay about the whole thing. Okay, he's not going to attack. That's good. Or, well, more like he's not willing to trade off for this. Yeah, this little guy, he's been in my pool since day one, and he's been in every iteration of my deck. This guy's just been really useful. Like, holds off little 1/1 flyers, trades with anything, trades with big flyers. Like, often the downside of some of these, the death touch creatures is that, as soon as your opponent gets a flyer, they're not great, but this one has flying. So, paying a black is a cost, but, when you want it, which is often late in the game, it's pretty good. I think I'm just going to pass. Yeah, if he does have removal from my imp, I mean, I will be taking 3 flying. I will be killing this one. But, this will still, I'll have a clock on me with that. I will get to gain a few life. But, yeah, again, with all the cards in hand, looks like, he's the one who's going to dictate what's going to happen here. Okay, he's just going to bounce it to my hand, I guess, to get in the damage. Okay. I guess, is he thinking about going for the kill? Maybe it gets expanded anatomy or something. I mean, I do have priority because of this. So, yeah, this could, for all he knows, this could just be not an instant. Deuce to memory. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller gets over. Okay. I guess maybe he's thinking, he's aware of the fact that I have multiple planeswalkers in this deck, and this does get rid of it. I don't think there's anything. I mean, maybe he finds this to be annoying, but I can't imagine that Coilbug would be a good enough target for that. Well, if he's got something here, that's really bad for me. Okay. No counterspell or protection or anything like that. Yeah, so I need a nice draw here. I mean, I guess I still have my imp. That's just a 1/3. That doesn't seem to be doing all that much here. Gain some life. Hopefully get a nice draw. Huh, that could be worse. There's another guy that's just, since day one, this guy's just been in my pool. Nothing spectacular, but Scry 2 is a lot, honestly. Glimmerbell's not great, but if he removes this, I do need something to block that. I mean, I guess that's what he's gonna hit with the. I guess he's gonna hit the imp with that and get me to 4, and then I'll need the Glimmerbell. So, as unglamorous and more or less boring as this card is to keep on top, I believe it is a necessity. Can I attack with a 3/2 here? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so I'm guessing he's just going to try and end the game here. Exile my imp. Okay, he's going to draw a card first. Again, like this card, on its own, not a good card, but when you exactly need it and you don't have to put it in your deck and use a deck slot on it, this card's fine. Because often when you're casting it, it's to either, get rid of something that is completely unreasonably hard to deal with, or it's to, more or less win the game or use it, to end the game, hopefully. Again, not a card you would ever want to use a deck slot on, but, it's just sitting in your sideboard, you get to pick it up for free. and use it exactly in the moment where this card is good, which is not often, but when it is good, you want it. Okay, so he's going to reload here. That is pretty bad for me. Not good. And I'm just drawing a 1/3 next turn, unfortunately. Yeah, this kind of gonna this might have been nail in the coffin here. Draw 4 cards. Pretty great. Yeah, with being down on life, down on cards, I mean, within those 4 cards, I'm sure he's going to find something that's going to tip the scales heavily more towards his favor. So, yeah, card draw is good. All right, well, that's scary. That means that means he has a better flyer in his hand. That means he has a better flyer than a 3/1. So, not great news for me. Well, if I knew he was going to exactly draw 4 cards and then trade off, I would not keep a Glimmer Bell, but here we are. I can only operate with the information that I have. So not a glamorously interesting play, but it was the keep that I needed to make. Being afraid he was just going to use this to get in with his flyer, but he had bigger plans for the turn, which, again, draw 4 cards. Very impactful, obviously. I suspect he's found what he needs to close out the game in the next couple turns. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, hexproof. Fun. I guess I sort of, I guess my plan of blocking it forever with this, maybe is not going to work out. Huh. Ooh, that's a fun one. Get Tutor and bake into a pie, I guess. I suppose. This doesn't have flying. No, everything but. Yeah, hexproof, especially on these big creatures, it just feels like, what in the world what are we supposed to do here? I guess the answer is I'm supposed to engineer the game to a state where this doesn't completely wreck me, but easier said than done. All right. So, definitely this, and definitely that. See what I can pull out of my deck here to... I suppose that's why he wanted to trade off the Death Touch to get this through. But he has this. It's not the most exciting thing to use, but let's see what he decides to do here. So I don't know if I guess, okay, sure. That one, whatever. Yeah, maybe he was afraid of me blinking it, bouncing, I don't know. I guess with combo with Demonic Tutor, maybe I find a way to loop it or something. Let's describe one. I will block here, and I believe thanks to this I will lose a life. Yes. Yeah, thinking. Yeah, so this is just me trying to tread water, fight against the 5/7. Maybe this will do something. I'm scanning in my head what's in my deck, but obviously nothing that directly provides an answer. I could find things that could maybe block it. This already sort of is filling that role, but this is not looking amazing here. I will say that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eviscerate. Not, not the best. All right, let's see if he lets me do this. Okay. I have 6 mana left over. Does that do anything? No. I don't have enough black to play that with Allures. I mean, there's obviously nothing that actually just straight up, you know, helps with that. 1, 2, I have 6 mana left over. Oh, what could I do here? What can I do? Play the Arbiter, the All-Seeing Arbiter. I could play... I mean, this is not very good, but I mean, it would lock it down, I guess. It doesn't target whenever... Yeah. There's just nothing really sticking out to me here. If I had an extra mana, I think I'd just play 2 4/4s. Like, I could take this. This is like, you know, probably the best creature that I have access to. I have a Death Touch creature, but it's just gonna get hit by the removal. Whatever I play is just gonna get hit by that removal. But at least this can maybe help dig me to something. Yeah, this can at least, without anything to actually fight against this, and with a known removal spell, might as well just find something that creates board presence and lets me see some more cards here. Yeah, that ain't it. Oh, yeah. You are going to -5 power, yes. That's that's how that works. Attack with the flyer, no. I mean, I guess, sure. Kind of need this 3/2 here also. I mean, could have attacked with the 3/2, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so like my best case here is maybe be able to outrace it, but I mean, that's kind of a pipe dream here. I just hope he doesn't have a removal for this, and this can, 7 mana fog. Casting a 7 mana fog every turn is a losing play, but I don't know if I can do anything else here. If there's a window to use a removal spell, I probably want to do use on this. This is a guaranteed 2 damage at any time he wants to try and get that across. Let's see what mana it's trying to use. Tap the red, and sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5 left over, but I do have to cast this here. Yeah, I don't have 4 left over to use the removal. This is a free attack. I can unblock. I can untap it. Yeah, this is quite bad here. Quite bad. Huh. Okay. looks like it's probably going to be bad for me. Maybe not. Yeah, so once again we see the power of hexproof, as if we needed more evidence that this is not, you know, if I could change one thing about the game, this is not fun. I mean, if you're going to put it on things, put it on like little small creatures, I guess. And then you have like decks like Vocals, I guess, in Constructed, where you build them up, but you actually have to do something. But this is just, I mean, I guess the only format this ever sees played in is Limited, but when it does see play, it's just complete misery. It's just abject despair. Like Shroud, which was an old word, was it was still busted more or less, but it was at least more fair because it means like you couldn't suit it up with stuff or pump it and all that. Well, these weren't doing anything anyway, so goodbye. these might as well have been lands here against this hexproof. Oh, did he have enough mana to cast it? He did. Well, that probably is the end. And it's a land. I guess I could have scryed upkeep, but at 4 life, I'd be using most of my mana and still be dead. So here's this. And I'll send in a parting shot here. Yeah. I'll show him. All right, so looks like my league is coming to an end, and sometimes in league, like, I'm gaining momentum and I'm like getting towards the end, and then, I mean, not so much now since I started my series with Johnny, but it always feels bad when I just like sputter out and lose my last match to some other play, like some less. It feels lesser to be eliminated just randomly in a random match that could be any time of day. And here it's like, I know that when I get to 10 or when he gets to 10, it's going to be scheduled. We're going to do a little hype for it. People are going to come watch it. Might even end up on YouTube like this one does. And, oops. My computer's having some charging issues here. Sorry about that one. Trying to keep it charged. But I think the game's about to be over. So, don't know if it'll be of too much difference here. All right. Well, I'll see what I draw for the turn. Wow. Okay. Well, cool. I think that's going to be it. All right. Sorry about the computer troubles here at the end, but I think it came at an okay time. So, yeah, congratulations to Johnny here, showing at the very least the power of that card draw there, which sort of swung the game way in his favor when he was already more or less ahead. So congratulations to Johnny, and thanks everyone for watching, and we'll be back for our other feature matches very soon.